Hello, welcome to Lakers Live pregame show presented by the Ultimate Sports Show. I'm joined as always by Medina. Manny has got the day off today. Lakers playing game 4 today.
Woo!
Series up 2-1 in the series. I am hyped. Let's keep it going. The game was terrific that they played in game 3. Now we just got to keep building on momentum here. This is it right here. You defend your home court, and then you have to hopefully win one more game to wrap the series up, Medina.
I know, Aaron, there's no way we can lose this game today. I am so hyped. I have such a good feeling that we're going to win because no way do the Lakers want to lose on their home court. I mean, look at them last game. They were having so much fun. You could tell by the players, like LeBron, he was having a good time showing off to the fans, giving them something to hype about. And, he's going to want to do the same thing again today. They're going to want to come out strong and just have a better game. And for us to win today, we were actually just like talking about this before we went live. But in order for us to win today, we really need LeBron, of course, to be LeBron, and we need Anthony Davis to drop another 35 points tonight or more, if even. And because I say that because he's been like our top scorer so far, and every time he's had a good game, we've won those games. Like game 1, he had a terrible game. He did not play like himself at all, and I believe after that game he woke up and he was like, all right, gotta turn on my playoff mode. I gotta get this done, gotta get this going. And we saw that the last 2 games from him, and hopefully we see that again from him today, because that is how we're gonna win game 4. And if they win today, Aaron, they're going to do their best to win on Tuesday night's game. I believe the next game will be Tuesday. Even though it is going to be at Phoenix, they're going to want to close this game out because they're going to want that rest, because I know Anthony Davis is not feeling too well right now. I think his knees are he was injured and put as probable to play along with KCP today. But no way AD is going to sit out a playoff game. He even said that himself. So hopefully, with this win today and hopefully with the win on Tuesday, the Lakers can get that rest that they need. So whoever we face off in the second round, whether that be Portland or Denver, we're fully rested and we're ready to go again.
Oh, exactly. You were just saying too. Yes, he got diagnosed with a sprained knee. Um, you know what though? Sprained knee could mean minor, very, very minor, and it seems like it's very minor after we just saw videos of him shooting the ball. So he looks like he's okay. Probably round the clock treatment he's been getting. And you know what? This is like, a lot of us have been saying this, it's winning time. This is where if you have an injury, if you have anything absolutely serious that is costing you not to be actually able to get out on the court, that's different. But if it's minor and if it's a little bit of an ankle, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, you're playing. You have no excuses not to play. Got to step up though, and it means that you gotta still go out there and compete. If you're gonna get banged up, you're gonna get people are gonna hassle you. He's gonna get double teamed. He might even get triple teamed, but you gotta fight through it. And obviously he's got to come out here, get his double digit points. He was terrific in the last few games. Game 1, you're right. He just wasn't there, and he called himself out on it. Said, "I need to be better, or we're not going to win this series." And then he turned everything around, and all the haters shut up. I mean, everybody just bags on him constantly, and it's like, if you're going to make a statement now, keep it going, especially when you have a sprained. I think it's a left knee. Keep it going and just keep shutting people up because he's been playing great. But also, Devin Booker, still for the Phoenix Suns, still a problem. Still have to keep an eye on him. Yes, they actually the Lakers did a great job defensively on him in the last game, in game number 3, because he did not score as much. They defended him well. They were all over him. They were triple teaming him. They were haggling him as much as they could. They were getting after Chris Paul as well, who obviously looks pretty injured. Looks like that shoulder has been bothering him again. He didn't play in the fourth quarter. I think the Lakers just got to keep going with what they're doing. It's the minutes into the game, towards the end of the game, that little 4-minute gap of the game where the Lakers just don't have scoring, and it
Mm-hmm.
just it gets so annoying to sit here and say you're just putting up numbers and numbers and numbers. You have a 20+ point lead. You gotta keep scoring the ball, like especially in the playoffs.
I couldn't agree more, Aaron. I mean, I don't know what happens to us in that fourth quarter. We get lazy or we get comfortable because we have this lead going for us, or we just feel like we don't have to play as hard because it's almost done and over. I get that the players are tired out by then, but we saw that a lot from them during the season. But this is not this is something we've been saying a lot post game and pre game shows for the playoffs. Like, we cannot risk doing that in the playoffs. No way we're going to be able to get away with that. I mean, we're lucky that Devin Booker was not having the great game that he was in Game 3, because he showed up, and a couple other guys showed up too, and they started knocking down threes, and we're like, oh shoot, like they're coming back, and we start going in panic mode, and then we start getting nervous. But thankfully, LeBron and AD came in clutch, and we ended up winning the game. But I feel like the Lakers need to look at that as a learning moment, because even though we have this lead, even though we've been playing great all game, we cannot start playing sloppy just because the game is about to end. Not against a team not against any playoff team. I mean, there's a reason why every team made it to the playoffs, because they're good, and we can't risk getting soft or getting lazy, because we worked so hard all game to maintain a lead, and then in the last 4 minutes of the game we're gonna lose it, and we might possibly lose the game, because that could have happened. But thankfully it didn't, and hopefully today it's different. Hopefully we see the Lakers just playing consistently throughout the first and through the fourth quarter, because I don't want to see that. I know that no team is perfect. I know there's a lot that they still need to work on, but I mean, for the most part, Game 3 was incredible. It was great to watch. Almost every player played well. But I don't want to see that either, where we just sleep in the fourth quarter. And also from the Suns, one thing I want to mention, I'm really happy with the way we did play. I mean, for the most part last game, and how we contained Devin Booker. And that's always Manny's key to the game, is contain Devin Booker, because he's dangerous. He gets hot. When he gets hot, there's no way of stopping him. And we saw that from him in Game 1. And we do see that from him through all the games when he does get hot. But when we shut him down, that's when we start taking the lead. And the Suns, they're a great team, no doubt about it. There's a reason why they're number 2. But I just hope today that we see a clean game from them as well, because even though they have great players, I do feel like they play a little dirty, and it's not really fair to us when we try to, play fair. And we don't want to risk any of our players getting injured. I know that's like a concern for us Laker fans right now. Everyone keeps saying that they're kind of nervous against going against the Suns right now, because they have not been really, they've been too aggressive, not like NBA aggressive, but like physical aggressive. And it's not okay, because one of our players can get injured. And unfortunately, I know Chris Paul is still injured. I mean, hopefully within the last couple of days that they got the 2-day rest, he feels better, and we see him playing like himself again, because we don't wish any player any injury. No. But I just hope that they come out playing a fair, clean game. That's what basketball is about. It's competitive, but there's no need to get physical either. Like the way, when I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about, the way, Booker pushed Schroeder at the end of the game. And that was not the only play where, the Suns played a little dirty. I mean, we saw like Chris Paul and how he tripped, I forgot, was it LeBron in Game 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
Crowder.
And Crowder, yeah, I forgot about him too. Yeah. It's just, I'm the only reason why I'm worried about the Suns is because I feel like they have that energy, not the energy, but like they want to injure our players. Hopefully that's not the case, but they've been kind of showing that. So I just hope, we win these next couple of games so we can be done with them, because I don't like the way they've been playing. I think they're a great team, but they need to keep it to that and nothing more. And I just hope we see a good, clean, fair game today.
Yeah. The only thing I want to see that gets hassling and physical is I want to see the points in the paint production.
Exactly.
The Lakers got 58 points in the paint to them. Because look, they finally said, look, there's only one guy that they have there, and that's DeAndre Ayton, and he can't stop us all. So let's go after him. Let's attack the rim, which I love, which I will be thankfully happy with if we shot more in the paint than we do for threes. Medina though, our problem in game 3 though was the turnovers. Um,
Oh yeah.
it was ugly. It was a whole lot of ugly. I mean, honestly, both sides were pretty ugly. 20 for the Lakers and 18 for the Suns as well. But you just there's no time for turnovers in this game. Like we got to play not only a clean game of just nobody gets hurt, nobody gets injured, but just got to cut these turnovers down. And obviously, the 3-point shooting. I mean, look, the Lakers in this series right now, Lakers have been shooting 25% from 3-point, and it's like you just got to adjust your game. You have to adjust things. If it's not working, your shots are not falling. Yes, people are gonna tell them keep shooting, keep practicing, but you gotta adjust quickly. You gotta say, look, I got big guys to go to. I got Davis who loves going down in the paint. I got
Oh
Marcus
yeah.
Saul. I have Montrezl Harrell. I have people that can get down there and get physical. Um, I wouldn't be surprised also as well if we see Marcus Saul again because I felt like I've heard around people are like you were crazy for thinking that Marcus Gasol was going to help us in the playoffs, and I says, look, don't count me wrong. I says, watch, he's going to help us out. He's gonna start helping where it matters. And yes, he's not scoring the ball, but he's doing other things to help the
Yeah.
team. That's what it's about. And I feel like if LeBron and Schroeder and Gasol, primarily ball handlers, if they keep facilitating the ball right, and we keep our spacing good, get good shots. Don't take terrible shots. No 30-footers that you're thinking that you're Kobe Bryant here that can just drill those with no tomorrow, or Steph Curry. You just got to take great shots, smart shots, good shots, and if they're not falling, you adjust your game. Not to shout out to Kuzma, but I mean, he's been dealing with some stuff we know, but I feel like that's gonna help them out.
Yeah, both KCP and Kuzma,
Yeah.
they've been so cold from that 3 point line. Something's got to change with that for sure. But you know who I've actually been really impressed with his 3 point shooting lately is LeBron. Like he's been knocking them down. He's been throwing up some crazy shots, and we've been seeing playoff LeBron for sure. Because I remember in the season, whenever I'd see LeBron take a three, I'm like, no, stop, just drive it
All
in.
right.
You're not Steph Curry, you're not Damian Lillard, just take it in, LeBron. But these past couple of games, he's been showing that he comes in clutch, and I like seeing that. I don't know if he's just been practicing more, he has more confidence, or he's just hot from these games that he's winning, but I really like the side of LeBron where he's knocking down those 3 point shots. And some of his shots do look like Kobe. I'm not comparing him to Kobe. They're both their own people and they're both great in their own way. But it's really nice to see that, it does, like some of like his fadeaways it does remind us of Kobe, of course. So that's why I brought it
Yeah.
up. But I love seeing that. And I love seeing him have fun out there. And because when he's having fun out there, when he's having a good time, when he's all smiley, the rest of the team follows along with him. And something else that I want to point out from last game, Aaron, I don't think we really talked about this, but the way AD was just aggressive in the paint, like that was the AD from last year
Oh
that
yeah.
we saw. And
The
like we've
bubble.
been seeing it from him these last couple of games. Like he just dunks the ball in, and that's where he needs to be at all the time. That's where he's good. And that's where we get those points in the paint. And that's where he is able to have a 35 or more point game. And I really think we should keep him there. We shouldn't move him around because, we saw what he did last game. We saw how he dominated. And that's what we need from him again today. And someone else, like I'm just being positive today because I'm just trying to put out some good energy and good vibes out there. I've been really impressed
Hey.
with Drummond's rebounds, man. Like he's been doing great too. Like I just can't, I'm so proud of our team and how they're stepping up, and they're just playing better. All we need is Kuzma to step it up, and I'll be really excited and happy for the team because we want to see our players do well. We want to see everyone play their best basketball. We want to see everyone contribute and just have some growth and help us win the series again and win the title again, because the only way we're going to do that is if every one of us, every one of our players, just plays their best basketball.
Yeah. And you know what? You speak of Davis as well. There, when you get 34 points from Davis, 34 and 11. As long as he has help behind him, which obviously he did, because 34 for Davis, 21 for LeBron, 20 for Schroeder. Don't get me wrong, I would have loved to see Dre Drum in there with those 15, 20 points as well. He was getting haggled. He was just missing his shots. But the real story of it is when you look at that Phoenix lineup and you see that Devin Booker only had 19 points in the game.
Oh, yeah.
The Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton were the only two people in there that had DeAndre Ayton had 22 and Booker had 19. So that shows that the Lakers are doing something to switch their defense around and make things a hassle for that team. Then you just keep grinding with what it is. So,
exactly.
We're going to get into our keys to the game. So, Medina, how do we get it done? What do we got to do? What's your take? Go for it.
I'm going to speak on Manny's behalf too here, and I'm going to give you 2 keys to the game. One, because I know he would say this again, contain Devin Booker. That was the key to winning last game. Shut him down. Don't let him score more than 20 points, and I think we're good. 2, my key would be have AD in the paint. Have him be aggressive like he was last game, because when he gets hot there's no way of stopping him. There's nobody to guard him, block him. So I believe those 2 keys would really significantly help us win today's game. Aaron, what about you?
I'm switching mine up a little bit. I'm gonna go with 2 keys to the game too, because why not? I'm feeling that generosity of giving out that input. Mine, I'm gonna go with keeping Ayton in check. Keep DeAndre Ayton in check. No more than 20 points for him as well. And obviously cut down the turnovers.
Oh, yes.
10 or how many times this year have we been saying 10 or less turnovers?
Almost every single show, Aaron, except for that, what was it, game 2, we had 9 turnovers.
I know. I think it's just an ongoing situation with us. But 10 or less turnovers. And I feel like they will definitely turn this around, and it should hopefully be a bigger Lakers victory if that plays out the case. Players to watch. I don't think I need to predict who you're going to go with. I think it's pretty obvious. I think you're feeling the AD love today. So.
Oh, I'm feeling the AD love every day, Aaron. It's just I gotta switch it up sometimes to my other players too. But it's been a minute since I've picked my boy. Oh, number 3, AD.
There you go.
AD baby. That's my pick today. I haven't picked him in a while, and if he does terrible today, I'm never picking him again because I'm gonna put that superstition in my head, Aaron. But he better do good today.
Hey, he better do good today, and I'm switching it up to Dre Drum. Let's go, Andre Drummond. I'm picking you today. I want to see I'm going to throw a stat out there too. I want to see at least 20 and 15 from him. 20 and 15 and 4. I want to be aggressive on the boards. He was great. Honestly, he's finally looking like I knew he would. I feel like as soon as the Lakers got more situated with bringing him involved in the team, I feel like that's all he needed to have a healthy team to work with and to just get comfortable with him and LeBron and Anthony Davis. So exactly. I think we get it done tonight.
I think so too, Aaron.
So that's going to do it for us for Lakers Live, a pregame show presented by the Ultimate Sports Show. Guys, make sure you are following our social media pages, as well as our Instagram page, Ultimate Sports Show, the Ultimate Sports Show, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We are on there. We are live. We'll see you guys later on after the game for Lakers Live post-game show. Time will be determined based off of how the game goes. And stay tuned. Make sure you're following our Twitter pages as well. Take care, guys. Enjoy the game, and let's go Lakers.
Let's go Lakers. Woo!